Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Polkzoo channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, this just recently came in about a couple guitars from a super nice guy named Jack. Anyway, this guitar is the X175 made in Korea DeArmond. I've always loved DeArmond guitars. They do such a beautiful job. I just noticed how nice and tight the tuning keys are. But you know, every guitar is a little bit different. That's what a lot of people don't seem to understand, because people send me messages sometimes, which I'm thinking of getting rid of, by the way. That's a whole nother wrap. But anyway, I don't know. I don't need to hear a bunch of bullshit from people, you know. But anyway, I don't mean that in an arrogant way. People that just make comments and say nice things and positive, it's great, and you don't have to kiss my ass. But some people attack me, and I'm really getting sick of it. And I'm not somebody you want to mess with, by the way. Anyway, I hate saying that, but you know, if you're going to, I just noticed here these pickups say DeArmond USA on the side. Very cool. Anyway, I just would prefer that people send me positive energy, is what I'm trying to say, because I do a lot of giving on my YouTube channel. Spend a lot of hard work. I'm trying to help people grow and evolve as artists and musicians, and so I just would really prefer that people send me positive energy and send me messages that make me feel good. And it's kind of funny, because sometimes, a lot of times when people attack me or say just really unbelievably, you know, stupid negative things, I go to their page, they have like one subscriber or whatever, you know. I don't know. I'm just not into this attack people on the internet thing. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Let's help everybody feel better in life. Okay? It's so simple, right? When I go out and about in public, and I go out to lunch every day, I go out to eat a lot, I like to make people laugh. I like to cheer people up. I like to spread positive, vibrant energy. I'm just dead serious here. I like to make people feel better and cheer people up. I mean, the world's so crazy. We've always needed it, but we really need it now. So just think about that. If you're one of these people that like to email people up on the internet and just get in their face and everything, you know, you need to look at yourself in the mirror, because you're just projecting negative energy, and it's probably from your own insecurity. So anyway, this is such a nice guitar. It's the kind of an L5 17-inch wide guitar, and every guitar is a little bit different. Even Chet Atkins said this. This reminds me of an old Gibson L5 I used to have from the 50s, and there's just something balanced about this guitar. It's always, I know a lot about guitars, believe me, but there's something that is so hard to explain about certain guitars, are just come together so nicely, and they're just so balanced, and they just have a vibe, and they play great, and they sound good. I love the age binding on this. It's $8.99 or best offer. Comes with a gig bag. But you look down, you see this little rubber thing around the toggle switch. Kind of reminds me of a Gibson, but this guitar just plays and sounds beautifully. This is a lot of guitar. And you know, you people out there who've been playing 30, 40, 50 years, you know what I mean. The great guitars are few and far between, whether it's new or used, and buying new most of the time is a rip, unless you're buying one of my lower archtops, because they're just a great value. One of their branding statements is old world value at a working man's price, and it's not bullshit. They're really great guitars. I've got two beautiful 700s in right now, huge massive flame. I've got a few 600s. I've got a couple LH280s. I've got a lot of classicals for sale. I've got some really beautiful lures, though. I've got a 650 that sounds like it's plugged in when it's not. It just has, it might even be one of the nitro ones. But anyway, this just recently came in. It sounds beautiful. I'm using a solid state amp. And by the way, people, every time I play a guitar, I'm not trying to show, you know, how much I know or how good I am or any of that. If anything, I'm watering it down so you can learn something, you know, like dominant 13 connects 13, 13 connects 13, 13 flat 9. But this is a beautiful. These pickups sound beautiful. They're really clear. They still have a beautiful big jazz sound, but they have a clarity. And they say DeArmond USA. These pickups have a clarity and just a kind of a clear warmth, if that makes any sense. I really love this guitar. I'd love to keep it. I'm an absolute freak for archtops. But there I'm just doing a 9 form to a major 7 with this note comes up to 13 to 9 to major 13 flat 5 minor 7, first inversion minor 7, dominant inversion major 13 flat 5, minor or bichord minor 7 and major 9 together. But yeah, this guitar sounds unbelievable. I would love to, if I was rich, I'd keep this. I'm working on that, by the way. Really has a nice sound. As usual, I'm not very warmed up. But yeah, this really... that was actually one of my cycles in the guitar ladder system. I'd probably change it because every time I do this, it gets a little bit different. But I know you guys are burned out hearing about the guitar ladder system, but if you want to discover your own beautiful, unique musical approach, your own musical point of view, jump into the guitar ladder system. It's on sale for $149. But anyway, this guitar is available. It is so cool. It looks great. I mean, it's got some of those, if you have to really work at it, but it's got some of those real fine little scratches that you can barely see unless you keep moving the guitar around to find the right angle. But this guitar, I mean, it really looks beautiful cosmetically. It's barely been played. It's got tons of fret left, and it's just absolutely beautiful. My dog's scratching on the door. He's going, Remy, go on. I'll let you in later. But yeah, this is a lot of guitar. I mean, this blows away any Epiphone Broadway, blows away the tone of a Sheraton. It has much more vibe and tone and mojo than like anything Godin or any Joe Pass or Broadway or any Eastman I've ever played. And I mean, these older DeArmonds made in the 90s in Korea are just amazing quality guitars. Those out there that have one know what I mean. They're so nice. So I hope this one goes to a good home. That's musical. Because that's where most archtops are weak. They're very weak in the mid-range and very weak in the mid-bass. They tend to be tubby, as Pat Metheny would say. And like, you know, these when you can find a guitar, and this has great action, by the way. The tuning keys are tight. This is such a nice guitar. Like I said, really hard for me to not to want to keep it. But anyway, I'm gonna let it go. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, dominant 13 to dominant 13, dominant 13 to dominant 13, little thing you can practice. And the other thing was the major 9 to major 7, this form. Okay. Always be finding new ways to put chords together and you will grow musically, and that's what the guitar ladder system is about, is teaching the 10 different systems of improvisation in a very organic, non-left brain way where we seed the subconscious mind, those seeds grow, and all of a sudden one day you're just starting doing something you've never done that sounds really cool. You're like, where'd that come from? But anyway, this guitar is available. It is just absolutely such a beautiful guitar, and like I said, these pickups sound amazing. They just have a clarity to the tone where you actually can hear. It's almost like if you had a good set of stereo speakers where you can hear really good, you know, bass, mids, and highs, but all blended together in a nice orchestral way. Most musical instruments, unless they're really well made, they tend like a lot of acoustic guitars have too much bass, and that overshadows the rest of the voice. With archtops, most archtops are really weak in the mid-range and mid-bass. They tend to have a big sound electrically and enough of that kind of wessy, bassy tone to where you're like, okay, sounds pretty good, I think. Learning to hear archtop tone, learning to hear guitar tone in general, whether it's a nylon string, a jazz box, you know, an archtop, an acoustic guitar, whatever, it takes time, it takes experience. That's probably the best thing about me being in the guitar business for 35 years is I've sold millions of dollars of guitars, and the education has been priceless, and it's really been cool, you know, hearing it. I really think every guitar I've had is a little bit different. This guitar sounds a little bit different than any DeArmond I've had, and I've had quite a few and sold quite a few. And I'm not just saying a guitar is special. People out there who bought guitars from me know it's true. I attract great guitars. I work hard at it. It's a subconscious thing with me. I attract it to me. And then oftentimes people, because I'm a player and they can tell I love music and guitars, they just call me sometimes when they have a guitar for sale and they say, I'd rather work with you than somebody else, like the guy that I bought these two from. He heard some of my music at stevezook1.bandcamp.com and really was excited to meet me. I was excited to meet him, and he was just a great, great, great guy. And by the way, this was actually made by somebody who worked at the Fender Corona shop. So somebody really spent some time dialing this in. It was a matter of pride and joy, and it really shows in the look and the sound of this guitar. Really a beautiful guitar. So clear. Clear and musical. And I barely have my old PV solid state amp. I hardly have any volume at all. But you can... And I think it's got pretty thin string. Here's an augmented riff, by the way. Or you can get to the top. Kind of Joe Pass it. Or dotted eighths like Pat Martino. So here's my A if you want to try to do that lick. Here I'm on the 7th fret. I'm not very warmed up, so it's hard. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. Or sometimes I'll... But this guitar really sounds so nice. It's just got a beautiful, beautiful mid-range and mid-bass and trebles and bass, and everything kind of pops. Everything kind of has a nice overtone. It's not just a blob of bass, you know. It's hard to find a great archtop. It really, there's so much bullshit out there, you know. Companies that spend millions and millions and millions, but those of you that have these know it's true. If you can, but they all vary from guitar to guitar. This is a very special one. I'm not just saying that. People that have bought guitars from me know it's true. I find really nice stuff. It's hard work, and if I don't really love a guitar and feel it has a mojo, I don't buy it from my inventory. I'm not like a pawn shop that just buys the cheapest stuff out there, you know. I buy from a lot of people that are just really good people, have really good ears. Some of them are connected. Like this guy knew a guy that worked at Fender, the guy that actually put this one together at Fender. I bought a couple guitars. Anyway. Really has a sound. So this is available. Comes with a gig bag. 13, 13, 13, 9, 13, 13 flat 9. Dot bichord, it's a minor 7. This guitar is so musical, I just love it. $8.99 OBO, a little bit of wiggle, not a ton, and this is really a fine guitar. And by the way, folks, you don't always get your guitar best value by buying the cheapest guitar out there. It's kind of a no-brainer. I want to be like, dude, you know, but I'm not trying to sound sarcastic. But I mean, sure, we all like to get a great deal. We all do once in a while. But I find that sometimes, you know, it's better to not always shop with your wallet. You know, shop with your heart. You know, shop with, you know, try to buy from people that really know guitars, and you'll get better value. So that there's a kind of a happy balance there. Again, every video I do, I'm not trying to impress people. I'm not trying to show how much I know. I would appreciate if you send me a comment, send me some positive energy as opposed to negative energy, and don't attack me. I'm really not a good guy to mess with, by the way. All right, I hate to say that, but it's true. Take care. I'm a friendly guy, but I just don't want people to send me toxic energy. Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.